the penultimate day of Maccabi Media's coverage of the 15th Pan American Games. We have two teams donning the red, white, and blue doing battle for a shot at a gold medal. It's Open Division Women's Basketball streaming live on MaccabiUSA.com as the United States U18 team takes on the Open Division squad in the tournament semifinals, with the winner advancing to play the winner of Argentina and Australia in the gold medal match tomorrow. I'm Aaron Hook. He's Charlie Bentheim. We'll be joined by Jonah Krell on the sidelines throughout this one. Charlie, an interesting scenario here in the tournament semifinals. These two teams have faced off before. They opened up this tournament against each other. Two U.S. teams going at it for a shot to claim the gold tomorrow. Again, taking on the Argentinian club team that's 3-0. They haven't lost yet. They'll take on Australia after this one. A pretty unique situation we've got going on here at CSAB.
Yeah, absolutely. These two teams faced off against each other, and the Opens team just wiped the floor with the U18's team. And I spoke to Coach Jaffe before the game, and he mentioned how it's going to be important for the U.S. under-18 team to shoot the ball well, right? This Opens team is so much bigger, so much more experienced, but if the three ball falls, anything can happen. And for Coach Bearer and the Opens team, they have to make sure they don't look ahead. They have to focus on the task at hand and then worry about Argentina later on.
These two faced off back on December 29th. With the Open Division team winning it by a final of 61-37. Now let's send it over to Jonah Krell down on the sideline for more.
Thanks, guys. Today there's a great family atmosphere in this matchup, but today they're opponents. As open forward, Carolyn Dorfman is going up against her daughter on the U18 side, Addison Dorfman, in Canada, and she's 48 years old, the oldest player on the Open team, but head coach Ken Bear said she's in great shape and she's been able to keep up with her younger opponents. On the other side, Addison is a young and upcoming player out of Mamaroneck High School in New York City. She plays AAU ball at a program called Northeast Elite, where she's already getting D1 offers as a sophomore from Siena and Lemoyne. I talked to Carolyn before the game, and she said it doesn't even matter who wins, just the fact that they are able to go up against each other is a dream come true, icing on the cake. And both of them, get this, are wearing number 15. Don't be fooled, though. They're going to be locked in and hoping for a win. Guys?
Absolutely, Jonah. A lot of family ties in this one. You talked about the Dorfmans, but also, Charlie, you have head coach of the Open team, Kenny Bearer, who we have a lot of extensive background on. He's been at this a long, long time. His daughter, Jessie, is number 5. She's wearing number 5 because of her dad. That was his number when he played pro in France. She is playing for the Open team today, as well as on the 18U side, we have Elijah Schlachter. She's number 1. Watch out for her. Her dad, Jordan, yesterday played on the men's 55 team that took on Argentina. And so, obviously, a lot of family connection like we touched on previously here in this one and all throughout a lot of the basketball divisions here in Buenos Aires.
Yeah, it's interesting. Playing with, against family always makes it a little more intense, a little bit more meaningful. But these players are locked and ready to go. An interesting note about Jessie Bear, she actually plays D1 lacrosse at Binghamton and now decided to play basketball here at the Maccabi Games for her father. So she'll be someone to look out for. And always interesting having your father coach you. Oftentimes at home, you don't like to do what your parents say. Hopefully on the court, it's a little bit different.
We'll take a step aside here for the Hatitfa and return just before tip-off. Assad. We welcome you all in to this Open Women's Division matchup here in the semifinals of the tournament. An interesting note about this 18U team that's taking on the Opens, Charlie. A lot of them, although, you know, it's 18U, a lot of these girls are freshmen, sophomores in high school. Only a few are seniors, and so going up against some older competition. Again, we touched on Carolyn Dorfman on the side of the Open team. She comes in at 48 years old, the oldest player on the team, the mother of Addison on the other side, both wearing number 15. A great nugget there by Jonah Krell. And so it should be really interesting, especially, again, since these two teams have seen each other already, to see how each are going to come out, both offensively, defensively, who's going to set the tone early.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see how the U.S. shoots early on. And the defense, which Coach Bear for the men's team, for the Opens team, sets out. He spoke about how they have a really active zone, and against Argentina, they weren't really able to execute defensively. And it's going to be an interesting watch to see how they can kind of force the U18 team to take rushed and bad shots. And if you're the U18 team, you try to, I guess, slow it down, wait for your shots. You don't have to force anything. You want to make this into as short of a game as possible. Obviously, the age and probably the strength and athleticism favors the Opens team.
Starting fives here for both sides. It'll be Tess Sussman in the white representing the Open team, and on the other side, Addison Dorfman, number 15, for the 18U to jump it up. Dorfman joined out there by Elijah Slachter in the backcourt. Liv Solomon, number 5 out there. Lily Yalvalski. As we are delaying the tip-off here, everyone's going to get set. For the Open team, Raina Grunfeld will join Tess Sussman in the starting 5. Jessie Bearer also gets the start, number 5. Lindsay Weindart. And the starting 5 will round out with Carolyn Dorfman, number 15. So here is Dorfman against Sussman, and the U18 team wins the opening tip, controlled early on here by Mira Falk. And now a handoff here for Solomon. Solomon back up top. Yalowski, they worked it down low. Dorfman has it taken away. And now the first possession here for the Open team.
Yeah, the Open team came out in a man, so something to watch for. They think they're more athletic, they're stronger, so they're going to be able to go man-to-man, be aggressive on defense.
Weingard finds Sussman, free throw line jumper off back iron, and the rebound will tear him out to Raina Grunfeld. Now she'll swing it to the left wing. Shot comes up short by Bearer. And now the other way, here come the U18 team with Solomon running in transition. Right wing triple, that'll bake in off the glass for Lily Yalowski out of Dallas, Texas. Yeah, the junior at Yavne Academy gets the scoring started.
Yeah, if it fits the chips, use the glass. Why not?
Sussman at the free throw line. Open team working it around. Now Sussman with a catch and shoot straight on 3. No good, and the rebound pulled in by Addison Dorfman. Boxing out her mom there for the board.
Yeah. Coach Jaffe told us that she's a very sweet girl off the court, but on the court, she's really getting after it. She is not scared of anyone, especially not her mother.
Rebound pulled in by Sussman. Sussman 4 years at Harvard with the Crimson and played her grad year at UC Davis. Into the left corner, a 3 by Weingard. Couple bounces off the rim, and Dorfman has another rebound down low for the U18 team as they come the other way with it. So again, they dropped the opener against this Open team, then picked up a win against Australia, 49-36. Here's a steal. Sussman gets in the lane, goes coast to coast and finishes off the window, and the Open team gets their first basket.
Yeah, the U18 team forcing this Open team to shoot threes. There, they weren't able to, obviously, because that was a transition bucket. But listen, if the Open team cannot hit threes, as there's another turnover.
Stolen away. Weingard should get fouled as she went up, as we've gone just about 2 minutes. 7:56 to play in this first quarter. 3-2. The 18U team in front. And it will be Lindsay Weingard at the line. The 20-year-old hailing from Miami, Florida, hits the first free throw. Won the bronze medal last year with the 3v3 team in Israel. Attending Duke, plays a lot of club basketball down there. And she knocks down both as the Open team now takes the lead 4-3, 7:52 to play in the first.
Yeah, she actually is the coach, head of the Duke basketball club.
Incredible.
So she really knows what she's doing. She's been around the sport a lot. And a lot of these players have such interesting lives outside of this game.
Weindart in the left wing. Cross court, catching the bearer, and this will be a backcourt violation. Was looking for Grunfeld, errant pass. Yeah, a lot of interesting backgrounds. I mean, you talked about on the Open team, someone like Laura El-Kayam is going to come off the bench today for Coach Bearer. She's 38 years old, has a couple of kids back at home. She's an attorney. But Coach Bearer said, well, you would never think that of her, you know, all professional and all, and she's got to be a mom. But when she sees a loose ball on the floor, Charlie, she's going to go after it. And
it's difficult if you're on the U18 team. You don't want to foul her too hard, or else you might end up in court. So that wouldn't be ideal.
Right.
So you got to play smart, both for the now and for the future.
Got some confusion at the scorer's table here. It'll be inbounded side out for Lily Yalofsky.
And a good start here by the U18 team. They're obviously playing some tough competition, but they're sticking with it early. Now we're going to have to see if they can keep it going. But you always want to come out strong. Make sure things don't get out of hand right away.
Well, Coach Lee Jaffe said the key for them, like you touched on, Charlie, is going to be knocking down those outside shots as Dorfman gets a touch on the near block, and she's tripped up by Bearer, and so we'll have a foul down low.
Yeah, and they're making Addison earn these touches down low.
Absolutely.
They're not just going to let her have it. They know she's probably the best player on this U18 team. D1 offers this. Now she has it down low.
Inbound to Dorfman, left-hand baby hook, missed it, got her own rebound. And they swing it out to Solomon, now Falk. And it's ripped away. Sussman takes it away from Dorfman. Sussman hesitation, driving baseline, gets inside, swarmed down low. Able to work it out to Weingard. As Swinton, opposite wing, Grunfeld, catch and shoot triple, and that's money for Raina Grunfeld, who won the gold for the U18 team last year in the Maccabi in Israel. A lot of experience for her. Makes it a 7-3 ball game, 6:38 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the U18 team in a 3-2 defense, doing a good job defending the threes. That one was just from 3 steps out. So they're going to let her take it, and if she could hit it, all the more to her. Just an impressive shot by Grunfeld.
Schlachter couldn't answer with her triple. And now the Open team with it with a 4-point advantage early on in this one. Here's Grunfeld again, opposite wing from the left side. This time missed it, but it'll stay here as Schlachter trying to keep that one inbounds.
Yeah, so she shot 2 threes the past 2 possessions. Neither of them hit the rim. One of them went in, one of them didn't.
And we'll have a timeout on the floor as you got to look at the Grunfeld triple there. Got 6:13 left to play in the first, and talking about this United States Open team, obviously opening up with the win against this U18 team, 61-37. Tess Sussman with 20 points in that one. Lindsay Weingard had 9, and Carolyn Dorfman with 8 to lead them to the win. They then beat Australia 71-38, but both of these teams have a common loss, Charlie, and that is to that club Argentinian team that comes in 3-0, and they'll have Australia after this. They've got multiple professionals on this team, so whoever wins this one, Charlie, they're going to have to gear up for the gold medal game. It is going to be a very, very hard challenge against that club team.
Yeah, but both these teams capable, and they'll be able to take the competition to Argentina. And again, Argentina still has to win. Obviously, Australia hasn't been as strong this tournament. But again, this is the Maccabi Games. You cannot look ahead. You have to focus on the task at hand and then move forward from there.
Grunfeld got a Weingard in the corner. Down low, Sussman spins on the block, fades away, in and out. Shot clock sounds.
This is the other game, I believe.
Possession kept alive. Good call. And Sussman on the second effort nails the triple out of the right corner.
So Sussman's had a couple of steals, getting that outside shot working. You can tell she's such a supreme talent.
There's a deep 3, no good that time from Liv Solomon off the right side. Weingard pulls in the board. Weingard to Sussman, turn, face, fire. Short off the front of the rim. Weingard has the board, down low. Dorfman with a head fake against her daughter, goes up, missed it. Great save by Addison Dorfman, as here comes the UAT team now.
Yeah, that's really cool to see.
You know that's happened a million times in the driveway.
Yep.
Handling it now, Mira Falk up top, over to Solomon. Checked there by Grunfeld. Now Yolovsky, as the U18 team works it around, catch and shoot, left corner, 3, no good, Solomon. And the ball caroms out of bounds. It'll stay with the U18 squad.
And we spoke about at the outset how the U18 team is going to have to hit their threes. They've only hit 1 thus far, and they only have 3 points.
Here comes Elijah Schlachter into the game for the first time. Lindsey Gilston, number 7, got the start. Here's a catch and shoot 3 for her, and she knocks it down. So Lindsey Gilston, a senior at Lower Marion High School, Charlie, the house that Kobe Bryant built, gets the 3 there, and it's 10-6, 4:50 to go in the first. Sussman swings it over to Bear with a head fake, puts it on the deck, down low, leaves it for Dorfman, who missed the left side layup. Retained by Sussman, back down to Dorfman. Nice find for Weingard, and she'll finish plus the foul.
Great finish by Weingard there. An aggressive 3-2 where the high man is actually coming up on the point guard, but we'll see the replay here of this and one, using her body nicely to shield the ball.
Great pass out of the post from the veteran Carolyn Dorfman, again 48 years old, playing in the tournament here, the oldest player in the tournament. Coach described her as someone who's just going to give it 100%, is in great physical condition. She'll be fantastic on the boards for them, and keeping up with some of the younger players was really a pleasant surprise for him as Weingard misses the free throw. Dorfman, Addison that is, the younger one, pulls in the rebound. And Falk will walk it up. Falk drives the right side, and it's bumped, foul on the floor here. 4:27 to play, 12-5. The open team on top of the U18 squad, coached by both Lee Jaffe and Ori Cohen, who's the head assistant coach at Yeshiva University Stern. Jaffe coaching at SAR High School in New York. A turnover, stolen away. Sussman all the way, blew the layup, but she did get fouled.
I don't know, that seemed like a bailout call right there, but Sussman, that's her 3rd steal of the game. They got to be more aware of her. Does the U18 team on the offensive end. See the replay here. Let's see if she got her. It didn't look like much.
Sold it well. Sussman, best player on the floor. You're going to get those calls.
Absolutely. No one expects you to miss those layups, and when you do miss them, buddy, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you got hit.
The lefty will shoot 2, knocks down her first.
Listen, see, she's a CBG, which is what we like to call a certified bucket getter. So she knows how to put the ball in the hoop.
Knocks them both down. 14-5, 4:18 to go in the first. Mira Falk out of Rockville, Maryland will walk it up. Berman Hebrew Academy, kicked out right corner. 3 is strong that time by Schlachter, kept alive here by Gilston.
And just look at how they're harassing Dorfman in the paint. They're really not letting her get any touches.
We talked about Addison Dorfman. Jonah Carell talked about how as a sophomore already receiving Division I college offers, putting up monster numbers at Mamaroneck High School in New York. And so they've obviously made it a point of emphasis, Charlie, to deny the entry pass to her. Catches it there on the right elbow. And Gilston over to Solomon as the shot clock expires. They won't get it off. Another turnover for the U18 team, and we were talking to Coach Jaffe. He said we have to limit those because to give the open team a lot of free opportunities to make those mistakes is not going to be good, especially early on in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have to get as many shots up as they can. This Opens team, too athletic, too good to give any extra opportunities.
Great save by Solomon. Goes right to Dorfman. Here's Nikki Bick, who's checked into the game for the open team. She tries to bank it home. It rims out, and Dorfman pulls in another rebound. Now Weingard, catch and shoot triple. Got it.
Yeah, Weingard's playing well. She had an and one earlier. She hits that 3. She's been a nice surprise for this open team right now so far in this one.
Dorfman at the free throw line. Kick out. Here's a 3 that is left short that time. That's Clara Rosen who's come into the game for the 18U team in a fight for the ball on the baseline. The open team will have it coming down the other way. They lead at 17-5, 2:56 to play in the first quarter. Weindard finding Sussman up top. Dick back to Sussman, left wide open. Short off the front of the rim, gets another chance at it. Can't hit that one. Rebound pulled in nicely that time by Adina Levine. And then there's Sussman off the third miss. 4 chances on that possession, Charlie, for the open team, and Sussman finally makes good on it.
Yeah, and they actually dropped into a 2-3, and the U18 team just didn't box out. That wasn't even an athleticism thing. It just was no box out.
Thrown away. Weingard with the steal all the way down the other end, and the finish.
Using her left hand. Very nice. A dangerous pass.
Nearly another one for Weingard off the inbound pass. Controlled here by Falk. Picks up her dribble. Hands off for Rosen. Rosen diving on the floor for it. And the jump ball.
I'd like to see Coach Jaffe call a timeout at some point. They came out strong to the U18 team. Things are getting a little bit out of hand. Pace is picking up. Maybe just to calm the girls down.
Possession arrow pointing the way of the open team. Laura El-Kayam, number 10, is coming to the game, along with number 13, Gabrielle Thurm. Or I'm sorry, Jewel Levy, number 23, has come in. We've also, again, gotten Adina Levine in. Levine is another interesting story, Charlie, because prior here to come into Buenos Aires, she hadn't really played much team-organized basketball, but again, Coach Bear describes her as someone who simply loves the game, plays a lot of rec league hoops back in her hometown of Chicago. Number 0 on the open team, as actually it'll be retained here possession-wise by the 18U team, trailing 21-5, just over 2 minutes to play. Dorfman inside, Yavloski up with the right hand, missed it short. Sussman the board, long outlet up ahead. Nikki Bitt gets her shot denied, that time nicely. And here comes the 18U team the other way.
Okay, good transition defense there.
Down the lane, scoop shot no good. Dorfman with the rebound down low, and she'll get hacked. And we'll see Addison Dorfman at the free throw line for the first time. Just under 12 points per game, Charlie, for her in this tournament. That ranks 5th among players. As look at the replay here. Dorfman doing a nice job to follow up this miss. Crashing the glass.
Ooh, did not look like she got hit there. But again, as we mentioned earlier, she's the best player on this team, so she'll get the benefit of the doubt as she misses that free throw. But this is a maturing game for Addison Dorfman. Obviously, she's only a sophomore in high school going up against really grown women.
Just turned 16 years old. That's her own miss. As she couldn't hit either free throw, but keeps the possession alive here for the 18U team. Now she's got it down low, flips it up with the right hand, and gets it to go. 21-7, minute 25 to play in this first quarter. Here's El-Kayam. Sussman at the charity stripe. Out to Levy for 3. And the weak side rebound saved nicely there by Rosen. Here's Shani Schwartz handling number 3. Thought about the 3. Instead, gets it over to Yalowski. Now up top. Shot clock winding down. They've got a hoist thrown up there by Schwartz, in and out. And here's Bitt in transition with a catch and shoot 3, and she knocks it down.
Yeah, good defense, better offense there. Open team not afraid to pull these triples early on in the shot clock. They don't need to work it around so much. They trust in their skill.
Dorfman will turn and face, pulls up, missed it. And the call for the over the back against Dorfman. We'll have it coming the other way. Open team on top, 24-7.
And there's the 3. Just, you see 18 seconds on the shot clock. It doesn't matter. Nikki Bick says, this is in my range.
Native of Edison, New Jersey, the Yeshiva grad. Coach said, obviously, she's come off the bench, but will play her heavy minutes. One of the main cogs in the machine for Coach Kenny Barrer, who coached from 2001 to 2008 at UMass Lowell, the Riverhawks. At the time, they were high-level D2. They've now become a Division I program as Sussman drains the first free throw. And there is Coach Bear. Jonah Curl's going to have a fascinating story on him coming up in just a little bit. But a lot of coaching experience for him. As here's Sussman, corner three, left short, rebound tipped, and it will stay here on this end. Couple of substitutions as here comes Lindsey Gilston back into the game for the 18U squad. Carolyn Dorfman will check back in here for the Opens. El Kayam will inbound.
Big end to the quarter here, 16.4 seconds left.
Into Dorfman, catches it in the corner. Bick puts it on the floor, looking for Dorfman, couldn't handle the pass. And with 6.8, it'll be the U18 team to have the last shot at it here in the first.
Yeah, they could really use a confidence boost going into the second quarter here.
Outlet up ahead. Yalofsky drives, kick out. Three at the buzzer is good from the far corner. Lindsey Gilston knocks it down as the ticker expires. And after a quarter of play, 25-10, the United States with two teams going at it here. As you see the three by Gilston right at the buzzer.
Great feed by Yalofsky there. She could have taken it herself, decides to be unselfish. Results in a three-point play.
25-10 after one here at CSAB. We'll be back for more Open Division women's basketball here on MaccabiUSA.com. Back here at CSAB, second quarter just underway. The United States U18 team and the Open Division squad going at it here in the Open Division tournament semifinal. Aaron Hook, Charlie Benheim, along with Jonah Krell, back with you, MaccabiUSA.com. 25-10, our score here after a quarter of play with the Open team in front by 15. Here's a three, and that's good. As you look at the replay, that three right at the end of the quarter for the U18s by Lindsey Gilston was a big one for him. Knocking down another right there. This one's thrown out of bounds. And so for the U18 team, they've got Addison Dorfman out there, number 15, along with Lily Yalofsky. That's a tongue twister. Shani Swartz will inbound here, and she'll walk it up.
Yeah, 2 straight threes on the last 2 possessions. Schwartz
joined out there by Sarah Weinig, number 14. And Gilston. Gilston tries again for 3, and she's got another.
She's on fire. Coach Barrett calls timeout. He is frustrated with his team's defense. Gilston just coming out, putting the team on her back.
It's a 9-0 run for the U18 squad, and they have closed the gap to 9, 25-16. 57 seconds gone by here in this first quarter.
And I'm curious to see why this Opens team is doubling on these dribble drives, these half-hearted dribble drives, and it's allowing the U18 team to get open threes, and Gilston is connecting. If you're Coach Barron and you're the Open team, you are skilled enough, you are strong enough to stay man-to-man. No need to bring a double. You could stay in your man-to-man defense and force this U18 team to beat you off the bounce or set a screen and switch on picks. Instead, they're doubling. It's allowing space to open up for the shooters. And if you're Coach Jaffe, you're extremely happy. Your plan coming into this game, shoot as many threes as you can. And if they're going to double, you're going to have someone open on the outside to take a three, and Gilston's been hitting him, and then we have ourselves a game.
9-point lead for the Open Division team, coming in 2-1, wins over this U18 team 61-37 back on December 29th, and against Australia back on New Year's Day. Here's a three, left wing, left short by Grunfeld, and the rebound for Yalowski. Here's Shani Schwartz. She's out of Charles E. Smith Jewish Day School in Rockville, Maryland. Hailing from the same hometown as her teammate Mira Falk, as that one falls as well.
Call that a Euro step in the business.
Go to the replay. Nice move there. Sarah Wynett getting the bucket, you said, with the Euro, and Wynett now with the block. On the other end, as Jessie Barrer was going up from it from about 8 feet out. Wynett able to get her hand in there, swatted away. Possession remains here with the Open team, 12 on the shot clock.
The Open team just called another timeout, so 2 quick timeouts in succession. Coach Barrer not liking what he sees.
And for Coach Kenny Barrer, again, we talked about his coaching experience, UMass Lowell from 01 to 08, 4 Division II tournament appearances. He is certainly a story in his own right, and our Jonah Krell has some more on what type of journey it's taken for Coach Kenny Barrer to be here with his team in Buenos Aires. Jonah.
That's absolutely right, Aaron. You mentioned UMass Lowell, but he has his own journey with the Maccabi Games. He's played in 4 Maccabi Games, but this year it's a little different. It's his first time coaching in the games, and the first time he's ever coached women in his career. That goes back to the early 90s. He was supposed to play as well on the U.S. Masters 55 and up team, but he had open heart surgery on November 30th due to a genetic disorder. His doctor told him he couldn't play on the team, but he told me he's feeling great. He had surgery on a Thursday, he was walking the next day, and he left the hospital on Monday, and now he's just appreciative to still be here in Buenos Aires and coach this Open team. Guys?
Jonah, absolutely incredible for Coach Kenny Barrer. As off the inbound, Sussman getting position down low, and she finishes. I mean, for a guy to have open heart surgery, Charlie, and to be just kind of strolling through the hallway of the hospital the next day is pretty remarkable in and of itself. And he's a guy who obviously really wanted to play with his guys on the 55 and up team, like Jonas said, but I think he'll settle for coaching this Open team. He says they have a really special connection. Yeah,
and the impressiveness of modern medicine, my goodness. Open heart surgery on a plane a couple weeks later, less than a week later, actually.
Sussman, she comes up short and follow a shot from the left side. Here comes Shani Schwartz walking it up for the U18 squad, trailing 27-18. Sussman again getting in the passing lane. She's been all over the place defensively. A pest as Tess Sussman with another lay-in going coast to coast.
Yeah, that's her 5th steal of the game.
You look at the replay again, just playing those passing lanes, and an easy one for Tess Sussman. Lead back up to double digits, 29-18. 7:15 to go. Dorfman with a nice move down low, couldn't finish. Ball knocked out of play, and it will stay with the U18 squad. Talking to the coaches, they said they want to use the youth to their advantage. Again, coming in as the underdogs, having already seen this Open squad, is Dorfman with a sidestep and the easy finish. Addison Dorfman.
And that was the inbounds pass right there that made that whole entire play happen. Beautifully weighted right to Dorfman.
There's Barrer kicking out for Grunfeld. Deep three, and that's off the side of the rim. We talked about Coach Barrer and his daughter Jessie, number 5, on the team as well. As you look at the bucket by Dorfman.
Using her right hand on the left side.
Barrer, you talked about it, Charlie, a lacrosse player at Binghamton. But Coach Barrer says she loves to compete no matter the sport, a tenacious defender. And here's Wynett over to Dorfman, and cross-court pass is stolen. Sussman, hesitation along the baseline. Double team down low, back out to Grunfeld. They worked it around. Barrer left open on a 3. And the weak side rebound there for Addison Dorfman.
Yeah, good luck. A little too strong on 3. And the U18 team has to do a little bit of a better job communicating on the defensive end. They're in a zone. A lot of a zone is about talking ensuring that if you leave your spot gets filled. It's a deep three.
3 on the shot clock, and it's knocked down by number 3, Shani Schwartz, captain of the team at Charles Smith Jewish Day School in Maryland. Cutting the lead down to 6, 29-23. Sussman turns and faces. Her jumper coming up short. And we'll have a whistle down low. Foul will be against the open team, though Dedadon Bearer getting tangled up that time with Dorfman.
Yeah, this U18 team, they play with a lot of heart. It's been a very impressive showing thus far. They came out, middle of the game got a little bit slow, but now here they come right back into it. 6-point game, around 6 minutes to go in the half.
Here's another 3 that's left short, that time by Schwartz. Kept alive by Gilston, and now Schwartz stepping inside the arc, able to knock that one down. 4-point game, 5:20 to go here in the first half, 29-25. Bick to Sussman at the left block, just staying in bounds. Now Bick with the runner, too strong. Yalofsky with the board.
Yeah, Yalofsky did a great job filling in the zone there.
And a 3 from the corner this time. It's Weinich. The 3s have started to fall, and again, Coach Jaffe said the outside shots were going to be the key. This U18 team has certainly turned it up from beyond the arc, Charlie.
Yeah, and when your coach allows you to just kind of shoot at will, it gives you the confidence to do just that. And even if they're not falling in the beginning, you'll shoot your way out of it. And this U18 team is proving that they're here for a fight. They're hungrier than anyone expected them to be, as you see that mid-range jumper executed there by Shani Schwartz. Kind of a lost art in today's game with Curry, obviously. He's kind of changed the game where everyone shoots threes all the time and no one ever shoots these mid-range jumpers. But if he could hit him, take him.
Sussman, no good on the first free throw. She got tapped on the wrist as she went up with that last shot and splits the trip here. She hits the second. So a 3-point game, 30-27, 4:40 to go in the half. This is Gilston finding Weinich, who had a triple a moment ago. Now it's Schwartz, swarmed in the right corner, looking for Dorfman. Both her and Sussman hitting the deck, going for that ball. Possession arrow keeps it here on this end with the U18 squad. Schwartz will exit. And Mira Falk back into the game. Both of those girls, an interesting substitution pattern, both out of Rockville, Maryland. They actually faced off in their conference championship game last season, with Schwartz's Charles E. Smith's squad beating Mira Falk's Berman Hebrew Academy. And so obviously a lot of history there from opponents now to teammates.
Yeah, some family out there. That game's always a highly touted matchup. Very intense game. And yeah, the Maccabi Games all about bringing people together. So your enemies may be at home, but once you come to these games, your friends, your family.
Timeout on the floor here, 4:22 to go in the first half, 30-27 our score. We'll take a quick step off here on MaccabiUSA.com. Back here in Buenos Aires at CISA, we'll take a look and a listen inside the U18 huddle. Jonah Carell was down there, coming out of that huddle, and obviously a point of emphasis for those two guys that you see there, Lee Jaffe, Ori Cohen, tag teaming the coaching responsibilities of this U18 team. And both guys said, Charlie, as we're back here on MaccabiUSA.com. Aaron Hook, Charlie Benheim, Jonah Krell, the third member of our crew. They said in the first match of it up over the last 2 games against the Argentinian club squad and Australia as well. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the first half. A 3-point lead for the Open Division squad as Tess Sussman drives. And now Bick fakes the pass, pulls a 3, and drains it.
Yeah, Nikki Bick, her second 3 of the game. She's been very impressive. And then Tess Sussman, that middle penetration drive, opening up the outside shooters. Just textbook basketball.
And now a steal by Bitt. Skipping through the lane, couldn't finish. Rebounded by Wynant. And the pass up the floor is taken away. Sussman with another deflection and takeaway. Here's Weingart on the three, no good. Dorfman right there for the board. She goes up and is hacked on her way up by Schlachter.
Yeah, solid foul there by Schlachter. Don't want to give up the easy layup. Make Caroline earn these 2 points. But a good response here. So the U18 team, they came within 1 point of the open team, started to believe a little bit. Coach Barrett called timeout, calmed his team down, and they've come out pretty strong here, opening up their lead back up to 7 with a chance to make it 8 at the free throw line.
3:34 left. Free throw no good. Saved nicely by Dorfman. And here comes Falk. We have a different score. Up top, they worked it. Here's Solomon with a pull-up shot that goes up over the top. Now the open squad will come back the other way.
An extended 3-2 zone. Number 11.
Bitt, another three, couldn't knock that one down. Dorfman get Bitt down low, pulling in the rebound. The second chance opportunity for Carolyn Dorfman. She made good on it.
Yeah, but the middle's wide open because they have Falk pushing all the way up top. And the 2 players down low are spreading a little too wide, and it's allowing these offensive rebounds to be corralled by the opens team.
Foul underneath. And this will send Liv Solomon to the line, number 5. She'll have a pair. It's the first. Solomon out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. 2-sport athlete. She also runs track and field there. At Shikalami High School. Had 9 points in the first matchup between these two teams. Second lead scorer in that one for the U18 squad. Sussman. Grunfeld. Now a short corner. Weingart with a beautiful feed inside. Sussman couldn't hit from down low. Point blank range that time, couldn't finish.
Beautiful feed by Weingart. Sussman active without the basketball. Getting herself into the open spot, just couldn't finish the bunny.
Dilston. Controlling up top, guarded tightly by Grunfeld. Now over to Wynant, 5 on the 24 here. Catch and shoot 3 straight on, that's short. Sussman with the board. Here comes Weingart the other way. Now Bitt looking inside for Dorfman. Tried to corral that pass off her fingertips out of bounds. So a 7-point lead, minute 45 remaining here in the first half. Here's Falk. Up with the right hand, missed it short, out of bounds. Going the other way.
Yeah, the defense has improved for the open team. Coach Bear probably talked to them about that in the huddle. A lot more aggressive, really sticking on their men.
Weingart, nice skip pass cross court over to Grunfeld. Now they'll work it around Sussman out of the far corner on a 3, no good. And rebounded by Solomon. Falk looking inside for Dorfman. Couldn't get it to her, taken away by the open squad. And now under 60 seconds to play in the second quarter. Sussman fighting through the contact, no whistle, missed it short. They've been playing physical on her, Charlie.
Putting their bodies on the line.
Wynant. Out to Solomon for 3, no, and Dorfman, man, she's a beast on the glass.
Yeah, both of them are. That pass just mishandled, but oh gosh.
Kept alive, barely saved by Grunfeld.
And she has so much experience in meaningful games. 4 years at Harvard, year playing graduate ball, also at UC Davis.
Splits the trip there. Here's a pull-up 3 by Solomon in transition, missed it short. Final 10 seconds of the half here. And an 8-point lead for the Open Division team. Sussman down the lane, had it knocked away. Out to Weindard, hoists a triple at the buzzer, no. And that will do it for the first half of action. 36-28 at the break, Charlie. We've got a really good game on our hands. The U18 squad, again, we talked about to open up, maybe coming out a little bit slow, but able to fight their way back into the game, knocking down a bunch of outside shots, and they've got an inside single digits here at the half.
Yeah, when you can hit threes, you can keep any game close. Doing well on the defensive end, grabbing boards, not allowing too many second chance opportunities. A little lax with the ball early on, turned the ball over a little bit, but they've been solid thus far. Let's see if they can keep it going in the second half. And it looks like we have Jonah Krell standing by with Coach Jaffe of the U18's team.
All right, Coach, you look at the scoreboard, nearly as many points as you had in the last time you faced this Open team for the entire game. So what's changed?
Our girls aren't scared. They're playing a basketball game. They realize they can hang with them, they can play with them, so there's no fear. We're just out here playing ball.
What have you liked in terms of your defense? You've really been able to handle Tess Sussman and keep the score manageable.
Yeah, I mean, Tess is a great player, and we knew that going in, and we just told our girls, everything's got to be aggressive on defense, and that second quarter, we stepped up, and we started to play. We really started to get in their face and be aggressive and play defense.
What do you have to do in the second half to keep it up?
We got to keep up the intensity for another 20 minutes. It's a long game. Got to knock down some shots.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys?
Great stuff, Jonah. An 8-point game at the break here at CSAB. Aaron Hook, Charlie Benheim. We'll be back for second half action here on MaccabiUSA.com. Dorfman down low, off the wind.
Quiet here in the second. See if she could get going.
Levine, baseline jumper. No good. Dorfman fighting for the rebound. Eventually taken away by Falk. Out up ahead, Yadlovsky is fouled on the way up by Weingard. Odetalon.
Yeah, 2 shots coming, and Coach Bear, going back to that timeout that he called, said no more offensive rebounds for the U18 team.
Apologies earlier for technical difficulties. We thank you all for sticking with us here on MaccabiUSA.com. 2 United States squads going at it here in the Open Division Tournament semifinals. Winner will play either the Argentinian club team that has entered the tournament and has not lost yet. They've run the table so far, and Team Australia tomorrow for the gold medal. So a split trip of the line there for Lily Yalowski. 51-40 the score, 2:20 to play. Here's a 3, and that one is knocked down. Nikki Bick buries it from the wing.
Yeah, I mentioned her last possession, had a great first half. She could get going in the second half. It's going to be tough.
Dorfman stepping outside. She'll try a 3, and it was about halfway down before it rimmed out.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough for the U18 team to stick with them. And look out there trying to work that ball into the middle that time. Dorfman says no.
Stolen away, Dorfman. Pass up ahead in transition over to Falk. And that time an errant pass looking for Dorfman towards the right corner. Another turnover for this 18U team. Again, I think they did a really good job on that long run of theirs, Charlie, right at the end of that first half, controlling the ball. But again, this Open Division team, and Tess Sussman especially, doing everything they can to jump these passing lanes and just make the 18U team uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a long game, Aaron, and you could stick with the team for a half. Sticking with a bigger team for a game is a whole different story.
Celia Cohen has come in for the first time for the Open squad. She got that offensive rebound, then had it taken away. They look for Dorfman again inside, and that pass is led astray. Minute 19 to go in the third quarter.
The last 2 possessions have been turnovers for the U18 team. We spoke about it earlier, how they came out a little rusty. Then they were careful and protected the basketball and allowed them to get just get more shots up, higher volume shots.
Out to Bick, left wing 3, no.
Oh, what a rebound.
Kept alive by Cohen, snagging it with one hand that time. Here's Sussman just inside the arc from the left side baseline, no. And the board off the front of the rim, corralled by Dorfman. Here's Falk. Out to Gilston. Liv Solomon back over to Falk. 5 on the 24 here as Dorfman turns. Pitch into the corner, 3 by Yavovsky, no good. Dorfman right there just before the timer expires, and she puts it off the window for 2.
And Coach Bear is irate because he spoke about during the huddle no second chance opportunities, and they're just that.
Bick left open again, can't hit. And the rebound tipped and taken here by Liv Solomon. Solomon over to Falk, Mira Falk driving the lane, got bumped, no whistle, though the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here. 6.9 seconds to play in this third. Falk on the inbound, into Dorfman. Sussman trying to jump the pass, knocked away. It'll stay here once again. Not even 2 seconds come off the clock. We've got 5 seconds on the nose to go. Faulted in the inbounder. Gets it in. Gilston lost it. Now Dorfman forced to hoist as the quarter expires, and it's no good. So we've played 3 here at CSAB. 54-42, the U.S. 18U team trailing by 12 against the Open Division squad.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter now, U18 team is going to have to dig deep if they want to come back. And we're going to take it right away inside the huddle, U18 huddle with Coach Jaffe.
This person should not be going to the middle, and that's why they keep getting open shots here. Just match up. The point guard, whoever's in the middle will get here. whoever's here gets the side, and the weak side down low gets the middle. And like that, we're balanced, and this person can drop. But the reason is, Lindsay, you keep going to the middle, and then you have to guard 3 people.
Do you want me on the wing?
That's where you were just, oh, Lily. So Lily, you see what I'm saying? You keep going in and out. Just the other person down low get it. But it comes to communication. You gotta talk about it. No one's saying, hey, I got the middle, Lily, run over. We don't know, we can't read each other's minds. You guys know each other's names?
Yeah.
Talk to each other. Say your name, say the name, and tell them where to go. Talk, come on.
Talk on 3, 1, 2, 3, talk!
Yeah, you heard that. It's all about communication, and it's Coach Ori Cohen. He coaches at Yeshiva as well. He was just telling his team, listen, we're playing a zone. You have to communicate. You have to not only just say here, there, you have to yell the person's name, right? No one's a mind reader here. So he's frustrated that the ball's being worked inside and people are collapsing, and it's allowing this open team to get open looks and good cuts to the basket. Communication keeps everyone involved, keeps you engaged.
As we open up this fourth quarter, I want to tell you this match between the United States U18 team and the Open Squad is brought to you by Freedom Mortgage. Freedom Mortgage, freedom to own your dreams. Just underway here in the fourth, 12-point ball game as Sussman from the left wing tries a triple, no good. And the rebound knocked out of play. It'll stay with the open team.
Coach Barrett talked to us about Tess Sussman. She's a true point guard. She doesn't usually lead the team in scoring, but in this team, she has to. And he's been trying to coach her into being the main scorer and taking those shots. And we've seen today, she's unafraid to shoot from any level, and she's been successful most of the time.
A gold medal winner last year in Israel with the Open Squad. Off the inbound into Jessie Bearer, who has just checked back in. Here's a left wing 3 from her, and that's too strong. Another rebound pulled in by Addison Dorfman. Been all over the glass today for the U18 team. Falk had it knocked away, regains the dribble. Gilson, deep 3. Weindard's got it now.
Yeah, those shots are going to have to fall.
Dorfman jumps the pass. Weindard looking for Sussman at the free throw line there, and Addison Dorfman with a fantastic play, turning defense and offense that time, Charlie, and she'll be heading to the stripe.
Yeah, and I love that foul by Weingard because Dorfman had a wide open layup, and she said, you know what, you're going to have to earn those 2. And in a close game like this, every point matters, and she already missed the first. So a smart foul.
Free throws have been an issue for the U18 team as well, Charlie. They've left some points at the line today.
Yeah, and as we get later on into a tournament, players tend to get more tired, and these free throws become tougher. You got to use your knees, got to focus on each shot.
Dorfman connects on the back end, goes 1 of 2. 56 seconds played here in the fourth, and 54-43 is our score. Sussman over to Bearer. Now here's Carolyn Dorfman with it, over to Grunfeld. Grunfeld spots up straight on 3. Can't get the bounce. And it's heading back to the U18 squad.
Yeah, when that ball gets thrown into the middle, the U18 team has to be more cognizant of where these guards are on the wing. That's a wide open 3. You cannot allow that to happen. If that ball is going to be worked inside, you have to stay focused.
Dorfman to the corner. Gilston for 3, can't hit. Able to recover. And she threw it away. Although we will have a tie up here and a jump ball. A fantastic play that time, not giving up. That time by Liv Solomon on the play, with the possession arrow pointing this way. Looked like a turnover for the U18 squad. Instead, they'll get possession back. Shot clock won't reset, so they've got 8 up there on the timer. Off the inbound, got to look for something quick.
The beginning of the second half, they're working it into Addison Dorfman.
It actually looks like Dorfman will be at the line here.
They're going to call a technical foul, I believe.
And so this is a big opportunity for the U18 squad to get it back to a 10-point game. Dorfman, free throw, missed it. She knows it.
I believe the technical is going to go on Coach Bear. He's apologizing to the referee right now.
Coach, it's supposed to be a recovery.
Yeah,
Relax.
I was going to say.
Relax. Inbound looking for Dorfman, tipped up by Sussman. Dorfman able to keep it. And now Sussman with a great job being a ball hawk that time and eventually stealing it away once again. There's a three. Weingart from the right corner, way too strong. Ball on the floor. Schlachter diving for it. Taking it up down there with Bearer.
We have ourselves an inbounds play coming up. Not a lot of practice time for these teams. Coach Bear told us that before the tournament, he got on the Zoom with all his players and just drew out plays on a whiteboard on Zoom.
What a move there by Sussman. The head fake to free herself up, and she finishes inside.
And maybe that was one of those plays outlined over Zoom.
56-43. Here's Dorfman. Out to the wing, three ball, rims in and out that time for Solomon.
Yeah, the U.S. under-18 team has not hit a three in a bit of time. They were falling earlier.
A foul underneath. We had a tie-up just a moment ago between Jesse Bearer and Elijah Schlachter. Told you Elijah's dad, Jordan, who's actually just to our left here in the stands. Getting some video. Very good friends with Coach Kenny Bearer. Their daughters have played together. We saw a great photo of the two families yesterday. Again, all the family ties, all the connections. One big family here at Maccabi USA, especially here in basketball, as now Coach Jaffe pleading his case with the official, as Weingart will be put at the line.
Is it a timeout right now? Why aren't we playing basketball? I believe it is a timeout called by the U18 team.
Open squad still out there on the floor. Now we're going to get back to it. So for the open squad, they've got Sussman out there with Dorfman, along with Grunfeld and Bear, and this is Weingart shooting a pair, misses the first. For the U18 team, they've got Gilston out there with Addison Dorfman, Lily Ulofsky, Sarah Wynett, and rounding out the five on the floor as the free throw by Weingart is good. Actually shooting three here. That one rims home.
So Addison Dorfman struggling from the free throw line on one end. The open team able to knock down 2 of 3 on the other. These are points that if you're trying to come back, you need. Dangerous pass inside.
So
more dangerous.
2 of the 3 there. Good from the stripe from Weingart. Pushes the lead back out to 15. Another turnover for the U18 squad as we approach inside of 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Weingart walks it up. A Bearer to the elbow for Sussman. Grunfeld to Weingart from the right side. Here's a three, missed it short. Another rebound for Addison Dorfman. Cleaning the glass in this one for the U18 team. Has kept them in this ball game. Wynett trying to slip past Bearer, lost her footing as she went up, and Carolyn Dorfman able to secure that rebound. Sussman to Bearer. In and out. Another second chance for the open squad, courtesy of Carolyn Dorfman. Sussman tries the three and buries it.
Ooh, that was pretty. Nothing but net. Golly.
That sweet left-handed stroke for Tess Sussman.
Look at the replay here. Slips out from the middle. Bang.
U18 team in a bit of a pinch now, finding themselves down 18. Another turnover. The open squad has done a really nice job coming out in this fourth quarter and forcing the issue. Sussman extra pass looking for Dorfman, who was tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's just simple offense for the open team. Swing the ball, try to get the ball into the middle, and then kick out for open shots. It's not rocket science.
Timeout on the floor. 5:48 left to go. A 61-43 ball game here at CSAB. We'll take a quick stop off and be right back for the end of this one here on MaccabiUSA.com. Back here at CSAB, Open Division Women's Basketball Semifinals. Aaron Hook, Charlie Benheim here with you on MaccabiUSA.com. We thank you all for tuning in. An 18-point game here as we wrap up the final 5 minutes or so of this fourth quarter. Charlie, it's been a really good one. Second meeting between these two squads, the United States U18 team, with a lot of girls who are, a few years away from turning 18, really doing a great job competing in this one against the Open Division team.
Yeah, this team is getting
left to play.
This team's getting a lot of experience. These girls playing against really high competition.
Sussman, fall away shot. Shot clock expires, no good. Kept alive by Weingard. Grunfeld puts it inside. Weingard able to save it, or perhaps not. U18 squad will get it back here. So 5:17 to play, down by 18. Probably one last chance to make a run here.
Yeah, I was going to say the U18 team needs to make a run. It's going to start with, they're going to have to hit their outside shots. They've gone pretty cold of late. And there's just another turnover. You cannot afford to waste possessions. You got to get as many shots up as you can, especially if you're not hitting. You're going to have to give yourself an opportunity to shoot out of it.
Dorfman with the steal. And then the Open team turns it over. Controlled here by Clara Rosen. They were inside here at the block for Dorfman. Here's a pull-up shot on the baseline by Schwartz. That's no good. Kept alive. Weinig into Rosen, and that one rolls home for Clara Rosen.
Yeah, that ball kind of was knocked around there. Rosen just found found herself with the ball in her hands and connected on the two.
There's a three, Nikki Bick. Off back iron, fight for the rebound. Dorfman's got it. Who else? And now Sussman turns and fires and connects from straight on. Tess Sussman, another one from deep.
Here we go. I'm curious to see how many rebounds Dorfman's combined have in this game. It's got to be a large majority. Both so tenacious on the glass.
Pass tipped and stolen. Bearer out ahead for Bitch. Contact there as she went up. No call. Bearer then couldn't follow it. Right underneath. Ball on the floor now. Rosen diving on it. Ball still loose. And the jump ball will hand this one back over to the U18 squad.
Yeah, that was a weird play. A couple of easy layups that were just missed by the Open team. Uncharacteristically, I might add.
Sussman slipping inside, reverse, off the glass for two. Tess Sussman again scoring.
20-point game, under 4 minutes to go. It's getting late early. I mean, it's not even that early, it's pretty late.
Here's a three from the right wing, and that's knocked down. Jordan Wachowski from deep, her first bucket.
Yeah, the first three of the quarter for the U18 team, and they're going to have to start hitting them at a very high pace. There's a foul called over there.
2:54 left to go, 65-49 as they look at the replay.
Yeah, nice little reverse finish using her right hand was Tess. She's a lefty, and now you see the replay of the deep three.
timeout on the floor.
Yeah, it was called by Coach Jaffe, and he's just going to have to tell his team, like, listen, defensively, they're not doing a great job of shutting down the middle. And what happens is the ball gets worked inside, and I've said it a couple times, and then the wings are just wide open, and it's hurting them. And then on offense, they have to start hitting their threes. We knew from the outset that they were going to have to hit their threes in order for this game to be close, and they hit them for the first 3 quarters, and it was a good close basketball game in the fourth. They've gone a bit cold, and we've seen the score gap widen because of that. So if they could get things going, maybe they'll give themselves a chance. Still 2:54 to go. It's not all over just yet. And Coach Bear, I'm curious to see when he goes to his bench.
I'm going to tell you this game is brought to you by Campus Apartments. Campus Apartments offering students a higher standard of living, as well as Evolution Health Group. Evolution Health Group, we have evolved. And lastly, Freedom Mortgage. Freedom Mortgage. Freedom to own your dreams. Final 2:54 out of the huddle here.
Got some new faces on for the open team, so Coach Bear pretty confident that he's got this one in the bag.
So Sussman's going to be out there with Cohen. Jewel Levy is coming to the game. Inbound pass goes to Cohen, and she couldn't handle it. Taken away, Schwartz able to find Rosen in transition. She got her shot blocked as it went up. All right, here's Laura El-Kayam handling up top. Sussman swings it, right corner, big down low. Cohen with a pound dribble, back to Sussman, short jumper, couple bounces, no good. And Rosen with the board.
Yeah, all these players, even though they're coming off the bench, extremely capable. And cool stories as well. That ball's thrown out of bounds. Another turnover by the U18 team.
We talked about Laura El-Kayam, number 10. Told you she's got 2 young kids at home. The 38-year-old from Skokie, Illinois. She's an attorney as well. So again, you know, any injury that may occur, don't want to get tangled up with her. As now Gabrielle Thurm is coming to the game, number 13 inbound in here. Charlie, you had a chance to talk to Gabrielle a little bit.
Yeah, it's really cool. She's actually the manager for the Rutgers team, the Rutgers women's team. So she travels with them sometimes. She gets to be around the team, be around basketball, and she's a very skilled player. Excited to see her on the court, and Coach Bear was telling us that she's really beloved by everyone on the team, and you could tell if you're a manager of a team, right, a lot of your role is to kind of be that glue, that gel that brings teams together, and she's definitely doing that also here for the Opens team in Buenos Aires.
Deep three in and out, missed that time by Schwartz. Another interesting nugget on Thurm is that she is Shabbat observant as well. So
absolutely.
When Rutgers has a game on Friday night or Saturday, she says, no, I got to stay home.
Yeah, so cool coming to this tournament, seeing the different levels of observance and Judaism that people hold and keep, and everyone comes together. Yep. We're all one big family.
There's a left wing three. That's left short by Gilston. Final minute to play, 67-48 to score. So the Open Division team will win this one, and on the court across the way, the Argentinian club team is here's Thurm with her shot, left short, 48 seconds to go. Clock's gonna keep rolling here. So now 40 seconds to play, but the Argentinian club team over Australia, 85-45 the final, so that will be the gold medal game. The United States Open Division team will take on that club team that is now 4-0. They've run the table so far. If the runner is good with the left hand by Gilston.
Yeah, and the U18 team, they've got to be proud of themselves as you see the replay here of the Gilston left-handed floater. They really brought the fight to the Open team, and the Open team, they took care of business. Maybe it was a little dicey at first, but they really closed things up in the second half. Took care of business. Coach Barry now can focus on the next task, which is going to be that Argentina team, which no one has been able to figure out. Hopefully they can get it done and win gold for the United States.
Gilston up for two, no good, right at the buzzer, and that will do it. Here at CSAB, the final in this one, the United States Open Division Team 67 and the U.S. 18U squad 50. And so the Open Division team, coached by Kenny Barrer, will advance to the gold medal game tomorrow, again taking on that Argentinian club team. It'll be a tough matchup for them, Charlie, but I think Coach Bear is really going to appreciate the effort that the 18U team had today, the fight that they gave them. You said it wasn't going to be kind of a tune-up for them. It was going to be one that, could be a look-pass game for them, and it absolutely was not. I mean, it was down to 3 at one point in that first half, and they really had to play a full 4 quarters to finish them off.
Yeah, and when you're preparing for such a big game like they have for Argentina next, it's so easy to take these games for granted. But the U18 team came out right away and they said, you know what, we're here. We're going to bring the competition to you. We're going to shoot threes, and we're going to make you earn it. And earn it they did. You got to also give credit to the Opens team because, you know what, it could have been easy for them to take their foot off the gas, but no. They stuck with it, and they ended up blowing out this U18 team. Obviously, the score wasn't indicative fully of how the game went. That said, they took care of business, and now they can look ahead. And against this Argentina team, they're going to have to play better. They're going to have to play better defensively. They're going to have to shoot the rock at a higher percentage. They're going to be taken much more aggressively on the defensive end. And they're not going to be able to use their strength, per se, as they were today. We saw Tess just grabbing the ball away on the defensive end. That's not going to be the case against an Argentina team who are playing with professionals who are extremely strong and extremely big. So they're going to have to make those adjustments and get ready for a tough matchup. I believe it's tomorrow.
Yeah, gold medal game between the United States Open squad, who now advances to 3-1, while the 18U team will finish up here in Buenos Aires at 1-3. And so, Charlie, throughout this one, I think we said one name more than most others, and that's the last name, Dorfman.
Dorfman sandwich.
And we've got Jonah Corral with both Addison and Carolyn right now for a post-game interview.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, we got a Dorfman sandwich here, Carolyn and Addison. Now, Carolyn, I saw you embrace your daughter after the game. What'd you say to her?
That I was proud of her, and I'm really proud of this team. They're playing against women, and they're in high school, and they held their own, and they worked really hard, and they didn't quit. And I'm proud of her, and I'm proud of every single girl that competed, and they still have one game left. And I wish them the best of luck because I'm really impressed with what they've done so far.
Now, Addison, are you surprised that your mom can keep up with you on the court?
I don't think she can keep up with me, but I'm surprised by how close she is. She's almost there. I thought she was gonna be a lot. I told her after the first game, she's a lot better than I thought she was gonna be.
And now,
that's the greatest compliment a mom could get from her teenage daughter.
Absolutely. And Addison, I know you're young, but are you able to reflect at all and think in international competition, your mom's she's sort of at the end of her career and you're just sort of beginning your career? Have you thought about how special this is?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have definitely been saying it, and just especially now we've played each other twice. We took the tip against each other in the first game. It's been great to I've heard about how great she was in college. She's been to all my games now and support me, so being able to be out her and cheer her on while she's doing it's a great experience for me as well.
And Carolyn, for her just to be able to start her basketball journey and to be able to mix in her Jewish identity as well, how big is this for her and to be able to share this with her?
I hope this is just the beginning for her, and we have 2 younger boys, and I hope this has inspired them as well. I think it's amazing, this program and the opportunity that provides for these kids, and my hope is that this inspires her and everybody else here, especially during these times where, it's challenging at best, and I'm just really proud of what the organization has done and what these kids have done, and I wish that she'll do more of this, and that hopefully will inspire our younger ones as well.
Any one-on-one battles coming up in the future?
Yes, for sure.
After tomorrow, I am officially going into retirement.
All right, guys, back to you.
Great stuff, Jonah. Going to be an interesting plane ride home for those Dorfmans as Carolyn, mom, is victorious over Addison and her 18U squad. Thank you all so much for tuning in here on MaccabiUSA.com. Don't forget, tomorrow we also have extensive coverage of more gold medal matches, including Women's Open Soccer, the final tomorrow at 10 a.m. You can tune in for all sorts of exclusive coverage on the Pan American Maccabi Games. Don't forget to check out our social medias as well, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. One final time for Aaron Hood. I've been joined alongside my guy, Charlie Benheim.
Yes, sir.
And the man, the myth, the legend, Jonah Corral down on the sideline as well, doing a fantastic job. For our amazing crew here at CSAB, we will sign off one final time here with the United States, victorious over the United States.